IMC Nation, also founder of Ninth Limb Yoga, though I don't teach much yoga anymore, but when we open our fight center, I will. So that's real exciting. Streaming to you from IMC Pegasus. This is home base of IMC Nation, where I live with AZD, the founder of IMC Nation. And you should probably know who that guy is because you're following these accounts. And that's what this is. It's funny when guys are like, "You're just trying to sell me on a program, bro. Can you not tell this is a business account?" Like, it's not like man. People are so jaded. Guys are so jaded. You try to help them. I have never once gotten on a phone call with like any of you. Some of you I may be hitting up for phone calls because it's obvious you're interested. I've never once gotten on a phone call with an IMC interested guy and not given value. Give value. You can't live with AZD for 4 years and not have value of the mind and communication. And really that was proven to me way before when I started my yoga business, that I dominated the yoga world. Maybe I wasn't the most famous, but I was just getting started, man. I was young and under qualified on paper. I didn't have the credentials, I didn't have the teachers that, I didn't, and I definitely didn't have the massive social media following. I did it all through communication, understanding psychology, especially female psychology, because most of the people you deal with in the yoga world are females. Female studio owners, female decision makers, female students, a lot of them middle-aged, but there'll be some younger ones, there'll be some really old ones. It's all female psychology. And then you calibrate to the age and if they're married or not, like all sorts of things you calibrate to. But it was proven to me that the tech, the understandings, the philosophy of the mind and communication undercuts. That means it's like underpins or it's underneath. It's the foundation of every human interaction. And that the mating code, the DNA code between men and women is under that. Or communications, I don't know, they're at the same level. Like, you are communicating as a man because you want mates and you want to survive better before that. But once you've survived, then you want to mate. You want to survive better so that you can mate better. Well, I want to just take care of my family. Okay, then what? After your family's taken care of, who are you looking to get applause from because you took care of your family? You want your family to applaud? Is it God? You're doing it just for God? Okay. Well, let's look in your heart and your mind. And have you confessed to God that you have a lot of lustful thoughts? You imagine women naked all the time. You probably even masturbate. You might even watch porn. Is God also there? Or are you just trying to take care of your family to please God? Oh, it's for yourself. It's not for God. Okay, it's just for yourself. Well, then are you also not looking for mates? Like, this is This is an undeniable, irrefutable, and you might be that one out of a million guy who this is not the case for, and then great, I am not for you. AZD's not for you. This philosophy is not for you if you follow these accounts. AZD_IMC on TikTok, IMC Base 1 on Instagram, Masculine Mindset on YouTube. I'm also streaming to IMC TV and Enlightened Masculinity YouTube channels, and whoever will hear the message. Prince Corleone is on. He lives in Vegas. That dude moved from Texas to California, to New Mexico, back to California, to Vegas, and that's all IMC Nation related. He did all of that movement as an adult male, and then 30 or 35 other guys had moved to Las Vegas to train near Rashti Bazaar. I live with them. I still train with them. I'm a student. So if you ever get to thinking that, like, wow, Yogi Chris, your talks are so good, like, I learned so much, bro, I'm a student. You should just get it. That if you're getting so much from a student, maybe you should look to the teacher. Because everywhere else you're looking in this space, as they call it, like this internet niche, dating, alpha, masculinity, pickup arts, whatever that's related, are you watching the teacher or the student? And if you're watching the teacher, I don't know, compare to my teacher. And if you're watching the student, compare to me. Because I'm better than most of the teachers. Let alone their students. They're all weak and emotional and disorganized, and no women are really going to follow them, and definitely no other men are following them. I had an army following me as a yoga teacher. An army of, liberal fucking feminist yogis, but still an army. You know what I mean? Let me bring up animal rights and watch them become savages. Bro, if you want to see a vegan liberal turn into the most savage warrior, bring up some issue that they have, trashing the ocean, global sea level rise, animal conservation. Like, well, they have something that they'll turn into the most savage warrior that, they feel no pain, they have no mercy, like, but, about real issues like child trafficking or fucking, the confiscation of our freedoms They sit down for that because they're brainwashed. I get it. You could turn an elephant into a sheep by brainwashing it as a baby elephant. You know what I mean? You could turn a lion into a sheep, a tiger, by brainwashing it as a little cub that it's weak. And then it grows up and it's weak. And that's people, men especially, because I'm not here. This account isn't for women. Women may follow it, whatever, whatever. That's weird to me, but you know, I get it. They're seeking some salvation in the information. So good for them. But women will be saved through their men because men lead. Men are strong. If a woman is strong, a man is stronger. That's all I got to say about it. Strong compared to what? Men are strong compared to women. And powerful men are strong compared to other men. And strong like weightlifting, cool. But I mean strong like emotionally strong. And righteous strength, because I think we all have a sense of right and wrong. It's just our emotions blur that. They blur the lines. They confuse us. So we make impulsive decisions that we know are wrong, but our emotions, that's weak. That's weak. That's feminine also. That's what women do. Men are acting like women. Women will keep doing that unless they have a righteous man. But I'm not here to talk to you about righteousness unless it's just in the context of game. I'm here to talk about, what am I here to talk about? What did I title this? Alpha dating confidence, or alpha masculine confidence. When you understand cause and effect, there's just, listen, if you show up to my streams, it's going to be some fucking heady spiritual shit. If you want some more basic shit, show up to the other IMC Nation guys' streams. It's not that mine's better or theirs is worse or whatever. We're different. But this is, I mean, I'm captain of IMC Nation. It says so right here. I had the shirt made, captain, right? So that's how I relate with you guys. I don't know where you guys are at. If you're on right now and you want to FaceTime, that would be a wonderful thing. I have about 16 or 17 minutes before I gotta go. Once a day I do some calisthenics right before I break fast, and then right after I do the calisthenics right before I break fast. And so this incredible body that you see before you is built on about 2 minutes a day, plus some breathing. A little bit of stretching, actually. I guess that counts. Makes your muscles long and lean. So if you guys want to stream with me, let's go. Otherwise, I'm just going to be like theory blasting at you. Corey, where are you at with game? Josh the Realist, where are you at with game? This is what I want to talk about. Or communication. Really just get to know you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's at a different condition and situation in life. There are tremendous, it's awe-inspiring how in common we are. That we are going through Rasta! What's up, man? We are going through such similar experiences. That's why in a few minutes of conversation, if you tell me about your dating situation, where you're at with women, I can tell you a lot that you don't have to say. And that'll reveal to you that I know the condition. I've become a scholar of it, bro. I'm a scholar in other subjects, and I have a PhD right there. I've dedicated my scholarliness to this, to IMC Nation, to all the subjects that go into it. AZD's fully committed, and he's been committed for like 2 decades, 2.5 decades. Longer than that, just to his life, but to this subject. And he's a master. Probably the master of Earth at this. Somebody's got to be the best. Somebody's the best. It's, it's not, well, everybody's at the best. Everybody's first place. That's not how it is. Well, it's subjective. I agree. Let's debate about it. I'm down to debate about it at all. And knowing that I don't know personally many of the players of the world, I see what I see, like you on the internet, what they got going on. But I can tell you from my observations, and let's see if it reveals to you. Because all you need is someone who has a deeper perception of the social matrix. Then they talk about it, reveal it to you. Once you get it, now you have a deeper perception of the social matrix. That's why guys can legitimately learn game online. You can learn through a video somebody who knows, and you improve your game. You'll get more women, more beautiful women, more loyal relationships, just better communication in your life. And the thing about it is that when you cleanse your system, anytime you go on like a juice cleanse or any kind of cleanse, you get a little sick, especially if you haven't done it for a while, because you got a lot of pollution in your body. So if you start cleaning up your relationships, making them better, more righteous, which is, I mean, that's really what it is. Multiple relationships with the most beautiful women is actually a very righteous thing. If done righteously. You could also do it with drugs. You could do it with fame. You could do it with money. That's not righteous. It's not righteous, but that's not righteous. Why I say it's not righteous, because a righteous man could also do it with money, maybe not drugs, unless he's like that's it's very spiritual, God oriented for him, and then I'd have other questions about that. Where's his lust level? Where's his honesty level, et cetera, et cetera. But I could see a shaman or some kind of very earth based spirituality that would use certain kinds of drugs. Sure, whatever. I smoke tobacco. I smoke weed. Whatever. But so those actions could be done righteously, but they're not. They're not righteous in and of themselves. Righteousness, philosophy, understanding, and being able to see through other people's eyes will help you act right. When you don't see through other people's eyes, you act wrong with them. So talking with my girl, she thinks that I have she'll have one perspective of me. I don't desire her, or I'm sneakily liking this other girl, not telling her about it. That's her perception. That's not necessarily through my eyes, but that's her perception through my eyes. So then she starts treating me a certain way. I see through her eyes. She's ungrateful, and she's she doesn't value me enough. She's able to be rude like that. I don't know if that's going to resolve the disagreement. I'm probably not accurately seeing through her eyes. Time and time again, it gets tested. Once you go through a fight, you make up. If there's understanding built from that, you'll see you were not accurately seeing through her eyes, and she was not seeing right through your eyes. And there's the conflict. To be able to see through the other person's eyes, you can resolve any conflict. And if you have the desire, let's call it, for multiple relationships with beautiful women, you're going to go into conflict with the women that want to be with you. And how you go through that is it's going to depend on how well can you see her perspective. She maybe shouldn't be with you. But I'll tell you what, if you are so good at seeing through her perspective and communicating it, you'll know because she'll know, and she'll know because, wow, he gets me. He gets what I'm saying. Once that happens, all of a sudden the girl who doesn't want to share you with any other women is willing to share you. Because that ability to see her perspective and speak it out loud to the point where she gets that you really get where she's coming from is so valuable to a woman. It's so rare to a woman. She is stuck in her mind, in her thoughts, not being understood by anybody. Just simply the ability to hear and understand her is extremely valuable because it helps drain her mind of the energy that's getting recirculated in her, that's causing her anxiety and distress and everything. She thinks that maybe, well, if she's not with you, she'll be fine. No, because, bitch, you trust me, you have rapport with me, you've been with me for so long, and still you have those toxic ideas about me, and you respect me more than anybody and anything else? What do you think's going to happen when you're out in the world and you don't respect anybody? You think you're going to accurately perceive? You're going to give yourself tons of drama, misperceiving and miscommunicating. And you're not going to have anybody that you look up to that you would allow to correct you, to make you better, to make you more right. You're going to try to go it on your own, independent woman syndrome. And it's going to be terrible. It's going to be misery, straight hell. You're going to be in hell. You think you're in hell because you're in conflict with me, and you think you're right, and you think I'm wrong, and you keep holding on to that. I'm not going to break up with you, but you keep holding on to that. I'm not going to hang out with you. I don't hang out with women who think I'm wrong. Why should I? Let me go tell my mom I'm going to hang out with this chick. She thinks I'm wrong about life, but I'm going to hang out with her because why? Because make it make sense to mom. Because I love her. Oh, man, your mom hates that bitch. And she hates you because you're so weak and lustful. Be like, I'm going to hang out with her because I'm just lusting for sex. Just be honest. Okay, honey, well, you could do better, and that's pretty weak of you. I think you should grow up. There'll be other fish to fry. Like, there's no way I would be able to convince my mom I'm going to hang out with this rude bitch who thinks I'm wrong because I told her on Mondays we hang out at this time. No. Oh,